Anime for blondes.
To confess, we have been keeping a secret.
Probably gonna be a lot of tears this episode.
Action!
Hello, I'm Becca.
And I'm Allie.
And welcome to Anime for Blondes.
The girly pop podcast made for girls, gays, theys, and blondes.
The blondes is crucial.
And you may have noticed there's no Frieren this week.
Frieren is over. No more Frieren Fridays for the foreseeable future.
No more Frieren Fridays for the foreseeable future.
Whoo! Say that 5 times fast.
Period. The English degree in me loves that one. But the word on the street is we will have it. I think it said January 27.
Yeah, or was it fall?
It was 27 for sure.
I think it might have been fall 2027. I might be misremembering though.
Either way, it's already slated.
It was confirmed. So.
Yeah. So when we were like, who knows when it's gonna keep going, and then like after we've already recorded, but before we've published, it's announced, and it's
officially.
Like, oh, so we're stupid.
Yeah,
or
so we're just behind
stupid
on the news.
Yeah, but no, we got it now. And also no JJK this week.
That's crazy.
The 12 episode season
Solo
of
Leveling's
JJK.
impact.
Kind of.
Like Frieren and JJK having short seasons like this, so interesting, and also my impact even. Because that's my favorite.
Oh my god. Wait, what?
Like, that's what I've been saying, that I want anime, like, I like shows to have, like, less episodes, so I think they heard me.
Frieren makes sense for it to
pleas.
have a shorter season, because, again, like, it's almost caught up to the manga, which we don't want.
Yeah, JJK is finished.
But JJK is finished. JJK has no excuse, except I think maybe it is because of Solo Leveling. And we still don't know when we have more DanDaDan.
Yeah, has that not been announced?
Not to my knowledge.
That's bizarre.
Imagine they have, and we just missed it.
And Solo Leveling hasn't even officially been announced yet.
No, it has not.
We know it's taking longer because the animators didn't realize how big it was going to get, so they signed on to other projects. So hopefully we'll get that in 2027 or 2028, but...
And our man's booked and busy constantly.
Oh my god.
Never had a day off in his life.
Literally, we stan a hardworking man.
I love a man who's employed.
Did we find out what his zodiac sign was?
March?
Pisces?
Oh my god, yeah, because his birthday just passed and we talked about that.
Oh yeah. I did feel like his birthday was recent.
He is a Pisces.
Pisces, that's not into Aries yet, right?
No, it's not. I'm not gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna look up the time of birth or where, because that's not our business.
That's not our business. He can let us know. He can post his birth chart if he really wants to. So this episode is just a fun little...
Yeah.
We've been talking about doing this actually for months.
It's our catch-up episode.
Yeah, like we have fun recapping episodes week by week, but it doesn't give us a lot of time to talk about like other random things that we're liking and watching, and like other anime that is big, and like we might mention it but we can't go into depth, and like we also want to talk about just like pop culture stuff and even our thoughts on Frieren
as a whole
this last season. And then when we planned this initially, we kind of were like, oh, we can take a little break after, and then maybe we'll like do a new set or something. And we had no idea that things were going to be changing even more than we planned.
New sets. Yeah, we were planning out our spring rebrand, and we were just going to do like a different set, no green screen. It was going to be at Becca's new house with like a cute like Y2K poster type situation. And we still love that idea.
Yeah, and maybe one day.
But I guess so to confess, we have been keeping a secret.
Yes, we have some news. Allie has some news specifically, and I'm going to warn you guys ahead of time. There's probably going to be a lot of tears this episode, but it's all good stuff.
If you know me at all.
The podcast isn't ending. I know we joke about that,
a lot, but
let's say it off the top.
It's not ending.
It's not even
like funny to joke about it ending at this point, because it's like, oh god.
Yeah, now it's an actual fear.
It's like an actual fear, because like so many podcasts would end over this.
Well, and like like our current thing, it's like we'd have to have a big blow up fight for the podcast to end. But in this circumstance, it could be a little bit easier.
Yeah. But
it's not going to.
No, it's not going to end. It matters too much to me personally. Oh God, here we go.
Oh, here we go, guys. But I told her, I was like, this is a completely normal place to cry.
This is okay. It's not just like a 2D animated man did something cute and now I'm sobbing.
No, exactly. This is completely normal, appropriate.
Yeah. So I'm moving.
Ta-da!
So we're definitely going to have a new set because we record in my house.
Yeah, we record in her house that she will not be living in.
Nope. Me and my husband are moving out of state. And, you know, this is something we've been wanting to do for a while. And, like, even something that, like, we were planning on doing this year, this spring even.
Yeah, like, this is pretty on the timeline. Like, it's a little early, but it's pretty...
Like, I was worried when initially Frieren was coming out when we were covering it because I was like, oh, no, it's going to be 20 episodes. Like, I might be moving, like, in the middle of the season. How's that going to work? And then we found out it was 10 episodes, and I was like, oh, that's actually perfect timing.
Yeah, we were like, that works perfect for your move. And you had no actual concrete plans of the move at that point because you guys have been, you know, trying to figure stuff out with that. Yeah,
because the responsible thing to do is to get jobs first, then find an apartment, and then move, and then, like, have a couple weeks to do it all.
Well, and that takes some time.
It takes some time.
You would think.
And we were not making any progress. Like, January through March, like, the first half of March, no progress is being made. Malachi suddenly gets interview after interview after interview. He gets hired. He gets a start date. Oh, God, now I have to actually, like, get my ass in gear.
You gotta seal the deal.
I gotta find a job. I found a job. And we found an apartment, and it's just, and now we have to, like, be out there by a specific date, which is 2 weeks from today when we're moving.
And you found all this out, like, 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah. Or not even, because I officially put in my 2-week notice at my job a week ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
it's been a whirlwind for you.
It's been a whirlwind. There was no progress, and then all of a sudden there's a ton of progress. And, like, they were not kidding when they were like, in the year of the horse, things are just gonna start moving. Oh, and I also saw on TikTok someone was like, hey guys, just so you know, Aries season, your passions are gonna be tested, and you're gonna have to figure out if what you want is something you actually want.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, ominous. And it's like, wow, yeah, that really happened.
Yeah.
So I'm moving. So we are,
and I'm going with her. Imagine.
We might have, like, well, we're planning on having the area I'm moving to. We're planning on having, like, a Twilight Girl fall.
Yes. So, I mean, we're going to visit each other, like, all the time, and we'll do impromptu in-person episodes.
And it'll be, like, a fun surprise when you guys come to listen to the podcast and then we're in person.
Exactly. And it won't be, like, we probably won't have, like, a special set or, like, anything. We'll kind of have to, like, make do with what we have at that time, but I think it'll be fun.
It will be fun. So, yeah, podcast is still going on. We are going to take a break after our book club episode, which, I mean, might come out later. I don't want it to. We're going to record it this next week, but depending on how much editing time I have, just realistically, it might get pushed out a couple days. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not planning on that, but just realistically, it might happen because of how hard it is to edit.
Life is crazy right now. The book club episodes especially are really hard to edit. Maybe it won't be with the new program we're going to
maybe it won't be.
use. But we'll have this episode. This will be our last, like, just episode together for a while, especially in person. It's okay. And we're not sure how long the break's gonna be. We're kind of thinking, because we're gonna be recording virtually, that we're gonna start with just a few kind of throwaway fun episodes. So if they don't work out, we can throw them away. We're thinking about doing, like, Fuck, Marry, Kill. So if you guys have any suggestions for, like, anime character Fuck, Marry, Kills, that would be really fun.
And we have gotten, like, some requests for some, like, first impressions.
Yes.
Because we haven't done that for a while.
And that would be fun. That would be, like, refreshing to just have to watch a few episodes of something. Yeah,
instead of, like, a whole season. And you just need to get back on your anime grind in general.
I do.
There's so much that's been coming out.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm moving, but we are continuing the podcast, and I'm very grateful for that.
And it's a good thing that she's moving. It's exciting. It's hard.
Like, this is something
sad, but it's something that you really have been wanting. And it's going to be amazing and exciting and a great experience. And
Like, I've been wanting to move to this town. I'm really excited to move to this town. Like, our apartment is really cute. And, like, I am ready for that, like, new chapter in my life. But... All right, we said it was okay for me to cry. So.
Yeah.
But I've really loved how my life has been the last couple of years. I really, like... You know, I got a job that I really like. We started this podcast, which is, like, one of my favorite, like, things that I do. Like, when someone's like, what do you do for fun? I'm like, well, I do this podcast with my best friend, and we talk about anime. And then that gets me some weird looks. But, like, so, like, I love my house. I love my job. I love this podcast. I love my town. And so, like... So it's like, it's hard, even though I am really excited for what my life is going to look like. I'm, like, very much grieving my existing life. Mm-hmm. And I already told you this, like, over text when I was also sobbing because, guys, I cannot stop crying.
It's hard.
It's hard. And you've already moved out of state. Like, you moved from your home state.
That's the thing is I think I went through this. I think I went through it at, like, the perfect time because I did it for college. I moved out of state for college, and that's when everybody does it. Yeah. And so it's like I was able to... It's like a little beginning to it. And then because of that, I was able to learn how to do long distance friendships, like, pretty early on.
Which is a really good skill to have.
It genuinely is. And it's funny, I forget that people don't have that. Like, you keep asking me, like, we're still going to talk, right? And I'm like, yes, obviously. Of course.
But it's like, it's just different because, like, you know, I have my childhood friends, but again, it's like, they're not even super long distance, and I don't really see them that much, and one of them I don't even talk to anymore. Mm-hmm. And so, like, and I haven't learned this skill yet, but it's like, so basically what I'm trying to say is I've never had to move away from a best friend before. I've never had that experience before, and like I previously have mentioned, like, I had, like, a lot of, like, bullying as a kid. Like, I did not have very good friendships growing up. It wasn't until, and, like, we've always said this is, like, super special because making friends as an adult is so hard. So it was, like, really special to, like, develop that kind of best friendship in your 20s, like, unheard of. So it just sucks that it's, like, I have the friendship I've always wanted, and it's just not going to be the same. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad we're still going to talk and everything. And I'm glad we're still going to do this podcast. But it's still just hard. And I'm... Thanks. And I'm just, like, a super emotional, like, sentimental person in general. And also, so, like...
And you're in, like, the situation that is, like, the most normal to be emotional and sentimental.
No, exactly.
Like, and then you also are already an emotional, so it's, like, times 10. On top of that,
we were talking about, at a family dinner, we were talking about, like, how pregnancy changes your emotions and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, my family was like, yeah, it's crazy, like, you know, all of a sudden, like, you're doing fine, and then, like, 5 minutes later, you're just sobbing for no reason. And I was like...
Me on my period. Me a day before my period starts.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's literally me, like, every day. And they're like, no, like, you don't understand. Like, you cry a lot. And I'm like, I don't think you guys understand how much I just cry.
Well, imagine when you get pregnant, it's going to be the opposite and you become emotionless. That's
what Malachi said.
That would be crazy.
That's exactly what Malachi said. And my
You're either going to be sobbing the entire time, like literally no breaks, or you're going to be like so serious.
Or all of a sudden, I'm just like the most like mentally clear I've ever been.
That would be crazy. And that happens like a lot of people that have like, not a lot of people, but there is, I'm like, this is... I'm like, I've heard this like once. Okay. Like someone who, like because your hormones and like brain chemistry, I'm like making everything up, but get so jumbled up when you're pregnant, people can have like serious mental issues, and it be like when they're pregnant, they're like healed basically.
That's crazy.
Because their hormones get so messed up. So yeah, you could become like...
What if I'm normal? What
you
if
could become neurotypical?
Guys, have you ever tried to play like Fuck, Marry, Kill with a neurotypical person? They just can't do it. They just can't do it.
Never ask, you know the thing that's like, never ask a man his income, a woman her age, or a neurotypical person if they'd rather eat lava or space.
They hate that. Even my work friend, I asked her that question, and she was like, well, I'm looking at that as like, would I rather like burn to death or freeze to death? Because that's what would happen if I. And I'm like,
no, you're thinking about it way too literally.
No, yeah, this isn't something you take literally.
And it's like, I didn't even try to not take it literally.
No, you were just like,
well, lava would be spicy. Like, that was my first thought.
And that's our brains are like this.
And I don't even know what type of neurodivergent I am. I just know there's something
going on.
Yeah,
you're not diagnosed, and that's hilarious.
I'm undiagnosed, but there is something going on there. So diagnose me in the comments, guys.
I've been diagnosed 3 different times. And you know what?
Wait, all the same thing, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I just think they're all true to some degree.
Well, there is, like, kind of the big 3 that, like, you kind of...
Anxiety, depression, and... what was the other big 3?
I was thinking OCD, ADHD, autism. Not that you were diagnosed that, but that those are the big 3.
I will say I've never been diagnosed as autistic or not even until, it's just like occasionally in like comments on videos I make, someone will be like, so just a question. Like,
yeah, no, other people diagnose her.
Yeah.
They're like, oh girl, I love this video. Question. One of the creators I really like, she suspects she's autistic, and she has like been considering actually getting a diagnosis because she has OCD and like ADHD. So she's like, I probably do, but like who knows? And her podcast co-host, this is the Wine About It podcast, guys, is gonna
new
throw
co-host,
her.
Right?
Yeah, new co-host Valkyrie, love her, Queens. We love Maya too. Nothing against Maya, guys. But she's gonna throw her like a gender reveal, but a diagnosis.
Wait, that's so
party.
funny. Can we do that for you when you finally get diagnosed at some point?
It's like, you're neurotypical. Could you imagine? I'm just completely normal. I'm like, so what's wrong with me then?
You're just a person, I guess. No, I'm convinced that it's like the fact that you were just like, well, lava would be spicy. So I'm like,
no, I think that's like the most evidence that I've had, because it's like I kind of suspect, but like I've never really thought about it that
I think the
clearly.
Most evidence is just like the constant concern about getting murdered. I mean, like, that's a normal fear for us women to have. Like, we are always thinking about it, but it's a not neurotypical level.
Yeah. Well, and it's so OCD vibes that like, because it goes past that, because I don't even like to talk about it publicly, because then I'm like, someone will use that against me, and then they'll like be more likely to kill me.
And now I have to cut that out. And now I have to cut this out.
No, I trust our viewers.
Okay, thank God.
The girls, but when we blow up and people go and watch and my stalkers, my future stalkers come back and watch this.
You're like, when we're famous enough to have stalkers.
No, and the fact is, I'm like kind of joking, but not really. You know?
I know.
There's
That's a little bit of, I know.
A little bit of truth to that.
So yeah. Anyways,
so that's gonna be crazy.
It is gonna be crazy. So we appreciate the grace. Still gonna be posting on TikTok though. Yeah. Probably like during the break. Mm-hmm. There's a lot. I'm probably just like, we just need a clip farm. We just need to go back and each make clips and just clip farm the hell out of our podcast. And that's what I was gonna, because like that's my job. I'm supposed to be doing that, and it's just been like getting away from me because guys,
but I always think about clips too, and it's like I need to actually just go in and make them.
And it's like, and what is our problem where we have these content ideas and we just don't do them?
And the program we're going to be using for the virtual, that might actually help us.
Maybe.
Because it's supposed to help with clips, so
hopefully
it actually will.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely need to do that. So yeah, thank you guys for your patience, for hanging out. We don't know what we're going to cover yet until Apothecary Diaries comes back in October.
Yeah, we have like our October set when Apothecary Diaries comes. We're not sure about the summer. We've talked about some ideas, but if you guys have any ideas, let us know.
If you like have any like burning passions and desires.
Yes. If there's an anime coming out that would be really fun for us to recap. It could be fun for us to watch something like neither of us have ever watched before.
Okay.
Like a shoujo that neither of us has watched, but I don't know if anything new is coming out.
Well, as a matter of fact, there is a new, I don't know if it's something that can be considered a shoujo, but it is a romance anime.
Okay.
And it's by the same creator that did You and I Are Polar Opposites, which just ended.
That you've been obsessed with.
I've been obsessed with it. So yeah, it's that same artist and studio. And the first episode of that one just came out.
Well, I'm thinking we need something that'll come out in like June or July.
Well, I was like, when it's done, we could recap the whole thing. Or like, we could...
See, I'm thinking like a...
Week to week.
Yeah, week to week.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we'll be ready for a week to week in like midsummer.
Yeah, for sure.
But it also needs to be one that's short so it doesn't go into Apothecary Diaries.
Yes, exactly. And that's why a shoujo would be great because they're nice and short. So now's a great time to talk about what we have been watching.
Yeah, can we just... I want to read them the list of... Because this is just the funniest idea. Like, so we just made an iPhone note called Catchup Podcast Episode. And I started it. I said, Alyssa Liu. We need to talk about her.
Obviously.
We have not talked about her like at all, which is crazy.
We have mentioned her in passing, but it's
okay.
like we never
briefly.
We haven't taken like the time to hold space for her.
No, literally, and like we need to. Like like she is like anime queen.
She's just like one of the coolest humans to ever exist, and such an inspiration. Like to me, even like a grown ass woman.
No, same.
But it's like I'm so glad that there's younger girls who are on the internet who can see her like just be amazing.
Exactly. So we need to talk about her. Frieren season 2 overall.
Yeah.
Because we just finished it.
Yep.
K-pop Demon Hunters Oscar, guys?
Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah. Yep.
I think they got a Grammy, too, didn't they?
They
for sure got an Oscar.
Ago. They got a Grammy a while ago.
Well, Grammy was, like, only a few weeks before the Oscars. It's been award season.
Really? It feels like it's been ages. Yes, they got a Grammy for Golden.
Okay, they got a Grammy and they got an Oscar, guys.
Yep,
That's
got an Oscar.
Crazy.
Animated movie that was put on Netflix.
Best animated movie. And the sequel has been confirmed.
Yeah!
So freaking excited. Yay! If they steal my plot that I came up with, Netflix, you'll hear from me.
But then is that not what you want?
No, I do. But I do think that'll be crazy if I actually guessed it.
I just want Jinu to still be alive in the show. And, you know what? Release the demo of This Is What It Sounds Like.
So true. And also we did try the K-pop Demon Hunters meal at McDonald's. We had to. And I got this one. Look how cute. And, of course...
Derpy. I think Derpy is just a freebie they give to everyone because we all got Derpy.
And those shaking fries, so freaking good, dude.
I'm about to put ramen packet seasoning on all my fries.
So good. The sauces were good. The McFlurry was good.
The McFlurry was delicious.
That was amazing.
Yeah, they really got me with the first commercial for the kids meals for K-pop Demon Hunters came out and I was like, oh god, I'm such an easy target for this.
Literally. I was like, I need that immediately,
and it was delicious.
And then just what we've been watching. We got a specific request of non-anime shows, and that's all I've been watching, so I have a lot of non-anime content to talk about, and then you have a lot of anime content to talk about.
Yeah, I started listing them out.
So yeah, let's touch on Alyssa Liu because there's not that much to talk about, but I just need to talk about her because she's so cool.
Have the floor.
First, I do want to say that she specifically asked press to say her last name is Liu, not Liu.
Liu.
So we are press, obviously.
We are this is journalism.
So don't tell us that we're pronouncing her name wrong because she specifically asked press to pronounce it like that. She is just the coolest person in the world, and then she's also an anime fan.
I know.
And then she like picks the cutest little she could be she is anime protagonist.
Yeah. They could make a Yuri on Ice style anime just about her.
Literally.
And it would be amazing.
They need to. Oh my god, she is so cool. Her hair is so cool. I love her story that she was like prodigy basically, like gonna go to the Olympics, and then she just didn't have fun, so she quit, and then she decided to come back on her own terms, and she'll skip practice if she wants to hang out with her friends, and it's like, and she's still that good. I love, because obviously there's something special about like working hard, and that's what we're all capable of. We can all work hard, But there is something so cool when someone is just so talented that they don't have to grind as hard as everyone else, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's actually special.
You could say she's the Satoru Gojo of her field. I'm just realizing that, like, all of the coolest people just turn out to be anime fans.
Exactly.
Like Casey Musgraves, I had no idea she loved anime until the Crunchyroll Awards last year. Oh, that's also coming up again.
Oh my gosh, it is. And did you see they spoiled the Lulin, whatever her name is?
Lolin?
Yeah.
Spoiled what?
They spoiled that it's like the same character.
Oh, okay.
Shisui and Lolin.
I mean, is it a spoiler if that ended?
If it's been out for a year.
I just don't think
I did see, someone specifically posted it on the Apothecary Diaries subreddit, and they were like, Crunchyroll Awards spoils the, and it's like, well,
it's
sorry.
Really, also, it's not really a spoiler if you were actually paying attention to the show.
When it was spoiled for both of us.
Yeah. But also,
I wonder if we would have if it hadn't been spoiled for us. And we'll never know.
We'll just never know.
But yeah, so that'll be fun. Maybe we can do that would actually be a fun virtual episode to do, going through the voting.
True, yeah. Mao Mao's English voice actress was nominated again for Best Dub, so definitely vote for her too. Mm-hmm. She was the only one who nominated who I care about this year. I'm sorry to say.
Okay.
But like, we've covered all of Apothecary Diaries, so I think it's just like
no DanDaDan?
No, there were no, there weren't.
Oh, is it because it's on Netflix? Is Crunchyroll being like...
No.
I mean, it's
DanDaDan's also on Crunchyroll, though.
Does it air new episodes on Crunchyroll?
Yeah. It just came out.
I thought it was like Netflix exclusive at like when it first comes out.
Not to my knowledge. No. They also had like Creepy Nuts perform last year too, and they got big from DanDaDan.
That's true.
So I don't think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, but talking about the Crunchyroll Awards would be a good...
that would be fun.
And then we'll tag them, and then we'll be like, hey guys, invite us next year.
Exactly. We have our outfits picked out.
We don't,
but we could.
We could. Speaking of which, do you like our matching shirts?
Look how cute, guys.
We got Momo.
It's Anime for Blondes DanDaDan.
And they turned out to just be matching shirts in our color scheme.
So
how did that
cute.
happen?
Love.
I know.
Shout out to Hot Topic.
Yeah, shout out to Hot Topic. Sponsor us.
They'd be a perfect sponsor.
They really would.
We need to make a list of dream sponsors and start manifesting.
That's so true. I'm sorry. I have not been doing my part to use my like Etsy witch powers for the fame of this
and
podcast.
It's been working for other things.
Now
that we've gotten it to work for other things, we can use it for the podcast.
Yeah.
We've gotten the rest of our lives in order.
So true.
Now we can use our energy for the podcast, guys.
So true. Yeah. Okay. Next.
And you guys use it too.
Yeah. Manifest. Okay.
And then, yeah, I think that's really it. We just need to get... Oh, did we want to talk about Frieren Season 2?
Yeah.
Did you have any, like, serious thoughts?
Any serious thoughts?
Just any thoughts.
Well,
I'll let you know if they're serious or not.
Okay, perfect. You're going to be the objective judge on that.
No, and I always am.
I started listening or like rewatching it in the English dub because I hadn't gotten the chance to yet. And Fern and Stark's relationship is just like so much more explicit in English.
Okay, I need to watch it.
It's like do you remember in the first episode of the season when he's like, hey, I'm not going with them. I'm going to stick with you guys.
Yeah.
It is like so much more of like a love confession. Like he doesn't, it's just like more romantic the way he says it in the English version. And then also when they go on their date, and then when they're talking about their date in the end, he's like, this was our first date. I wanted it to be special. It's like a big deal. And I'm like, I do not remember it being like this, like straightforward and sweet in the Japanese version.
Okay. Oh, that makes me so excited to watch.
Yeah. Maybe it is just because I'm a crybaby, but also listening to it in English and like hearing everyone's voice and they're just like talking about life and stuff. I'm just like, constant crying.
I think I need to rewatch it in English because I think part of me is like I just feel like nothing really happened, and that's what I like about Frieren. But for some reason, it felt like I don't know. It just didn't like hit me the way season 1 hit me a lot of the time. But I wonder if I watch it in English if it will hit.
I really think it will because
I think I do struggle with like just reading it, you know.
And especially when you like get endeared to the voice actors and the voices that you're familiar with.
Exactly.
And yeah, because like you always say the second half of the first season when they're doing the mage examination, you're like, this is my least favorite part. You don't like the plot and the fighting and stuff. But also, you can't, like, really describe anything that happened in the first half of the season because it's like this season where it's just an adventure of the day type thing.
I think I definitely need to. I also feel like maybe binging Frieren is, like, the way.
A lot of shows you cannot binge because it's too much. Frieren, you can definitely
I feel like it
binge.
might be better binge.
I think it is
because it's just so
binged.
cozy.
It's like when you binge the Lord of the Rings movies.
True. Well, and I remember watching Frieren season 1, and I would be like falling asleep because it's so cozy, not because I was bored or anything, but because it was so cozy. And yeah, I think I just need to watch it in the English dub.
Yeah, so get back to us on that.
Okay.
But I will say the conclusion that I've seen a lot of people come to is that they don't love this season as much as the first season.
Okay.
But I also think it's because most people binged through the first season because like people watched it got good word of mouth, and so everyone else binged it, and then it blew up.
Yeah.
So I really think it's like the issue of watching it week to week.
Yeah, I can see that.
And also it's shorter.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. So, and I really loved a lot of the season. Like, especially the Stark and Fern romance. I'm glad they gave that to us more explicitly. And even Frieren and Himmel's feelings they gave to us more explicitly in this season. So I think that rewatching it in English will be really good. I'll get back to you guys on my thoughts about season 2 after I do that.
Yay. Okay, I'm excited about that. Yeah, because like each week as we're watching it, we're like, we love this episode. We love this episode.
I definitely was never like didn't like that episode.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't feel like any of them like hit me as strongly as like I felt like the season 1 hit me, but it's like I also was talking about season 1 as a whole.
Yeah.
And so it's like if I'm looking at season 1 episode by episode like that, maybe I'd feel differently, or maybe I'd feel like I feel now. So
I think so season 1 really hits you because Frieren's starting to develop these new relationships with these new adventurers, and we're watching them grow up and we're getting to know them and stuff. And we like see a lot of Frieren's like past. But this season is more about her like taking on the Himmel mantle. She's like in much more of a Himmel role this season.
They make that very explicit in the last scene.
They do, exactly. And so that's more of her arc. She's like settled into her arc, and we're just like watching that carry on as opposed to like looking back at the tragedy of everything.
Yeah.
So I guess those are our thoughts on Frieren.
Yeah, that I just love Frieren in general.
If anyone in my family who doesn't watch anime is ever like, okay, Allie, I'm ready, recommend me an anime, I'm going to say Frieren.
It's just so good. It's safe.
Kids can watch it. It's
old people can watch it.
Yeah, and there's no like weirdness in it. Yeah.
So what else have you been watching?
I'm so glad you asked. The question is, what haven't I been watching? So let's look at the list. As I've previously mentioned, the run of romance anime we've had this season, it's so crazy because like we've been in a dry spell since early 2023 for romance anime. Which I mean is fine. Because we had, Apothecary Diaries, Frieren, DanDaDan in that time. But I'm a shoujo romance anime girly. And the last big one I remembered seeing was literally Yamada back in like March or April of 2023. And I remember that because it was before I got married.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That much of a romance anime dry spell. Okay, so I've been watching, obviously you and I are polar opposites, which makes me really happy because it's a pink colored, super extroverted, expressive, like super chalant girlfriend, and then like a super shy, glasses wearing, like nerdy, honest about his feelings, like nonchalant boyfriend.
Okay.
And me and Malachi get so happy watching it together because we're just watching it and we're like, oh my god, it's us. Oh my god, it's us.
I love watching stuff like that.
And it's like, it's like, oh, this is what we would have been if we had known each other in high school.
Aww.
Hilarious English dub. It's funny. So Yumna's watching it now too.
Okay.
She started it in English dub, and she said I had to switch to Japanese because her voice is just too annoying in English.
Oh.
And here's the thing. I felt the exact same way. I put on the first episode where like a few minutes into it, I have to change it into Japanese because I'm like, girlie's doing way too much.
Interesting.
But then I see about like the other characters like dub voices, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks like so funny in dub. Okay, I just have to switch through it and like push through her voice. And I love her voice now. It is like so her character. I think it was just like so shocking to hear her in English.
Well, because you sent me that one edit of them as well, and I was like, she sounds so annoying to me.
And the thing is, she is at first, but it's like once you get to know their characters, you find that voice of hers like hilarious.
Okay.
Because she does like crazy voice work. They're all doing crazy and hilarious voice work. The boyfriend in it, his voice, it's just like, it's kind of like a Yamada style voice where it just sounds like really soothing.
Okay.
Oh, and I don't think I told you this theory. And this is kind of crazy. I have no evidence for this. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
So did you guys know that I play Love in Deep Space?
Okay. I think I've heard of this before.
Oh, okay.
I think I've heard of that.
Heard of Love in Deep Space?
Yeah, I've heard that you play that before.
So you guys may not know this, but the English voice actors for Love in Deep Space are anonymous.
That's crazy, by the way.
They are anonymous for their safety.
Oh my god.
So, I'm not going to say what one.
Just say it.
Okay. Because what if I'm right,
It's a theory.
That's true. There's no way.
Are you the first person to come up with this theory? You haven't seen it anywhere else?
Yeah, I haven't seen this theory
then
anywhere else.
If it blows up and becomes true, then we're ground zero. Okay. And the podcast blows up, so do it.
Okay.
We need the clout.
I'm a Xavier main.
Yes.
I listen to his voice not constantly, a lot. I've heard his voice a lot, okay? And he is more known for like a very soft cadence, but also sometimes he'll go deeper, whatever. The point is, I've heard his voice a lot. I'm watching You and I Are Polar Opposites, and the boyfriend character, Tawny, his name's Tawny, he says something like, wait, don't go, or something like that. And I pause it, and Malika's with me. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, shut up. I rewind. I play it again. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way. But it's like, I've heard that so many times, and I have this theory. I have no evidence for this, because here's the thing. Tawny's voice, super familiar. And it could just be that thing where it's just like anime voice. We've talked about this, where it's like we think we know them.
A lot of anime voices, like, it's just that's how anime sounds, and so a lot of them sound similar.
Yeah, so like we're like, I swear I know you. We look up their IMDb, nothing. Nothing we've seen. And it's the same with this guy. There's like, he's in a ton, but it's mostly video games. And it's mostly like background characters.
Interesting.
Love in Deep Space, obviously not listed there. But I'm like, you're not in anything else I've seen, but why does your voice sound so familiar? And I know Xavier's voice actor voice intimately, okay? So I'm like, is that Xavier? Is that literally Xavier? And I'm always scared to like say it out loud or say something, because it's like, what if it's true and I expose them, and then, oh no, they have to get a new voice actor, because I would die, because like the first thing I ever knew about Xavier was his voice actor, or like was his voice, and that's what got me interested in the game in the first place. So like, that's just a stupid, obviously I have no evidence for that, and I will never have evidence for that.
Okay.
But
voice actor of Tawny?
Yeah, Tawny.
Voice actor of Tawny is Xavier from Love in Deep Space confirmed. Confirmed by Anime for Blondes.
Well, all of those voice actors have been getting more work lately. Like Raphael's voice actor does English dubbing for a Chinese cooking show. He just like does the translating for this cooking show.
And it's just still anonymous who he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Silas was just in a salsa commercial. And so obviously everyone went out and bought the Silas salsa.
The Silas salsa.
So the point is, like, they've been getting a lot more work recently, and so we're hearing them out in the world and other things.
That's so weird.
And I just wouldn't be surprised if, like, suddenly we started hearing them in anime, but we just don't know for sure.
Yeah. That's a very interesting theory.
Yeah. And again, I have no evidence for that, but every time I'm watching it now, I'm like, I swear, that sounds like Xavier to me.
Yeah. Well, no wonder you like it so much.
Also that. Anyways.
Any other standouts?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Tamon's B-side, obviously. I did a TikTok about it.
You and Yumna have not shut up about that.
Because it's amazing. Because it's probably one of the best. Can I say this? Yeah, I can. It's one of the best shoujos since Ouran High School Host Club.
Wow.
With a full cast of characters. Like, the classic, like, Ouran High School Host Club actually had, like, 20 episodes or something. That was an anomaly. But it has everything. Like, it's so cute, it's so funny, and it's like you think you know where it's going and then you don't. There are so many like moments where it's like, whoa, what are we doing? What are we doing? I thought this was like a high school show. And it is, like, nothing serious actually happens, but it's just like, oh, like, these guys have read fan fiction. That's the thing. K-pop and, like, you know, fangirl culture, it's like a love letter to fangirl culture.
Okay.
And I can't even say I'm a retired fangirl.
Current fangirl.
But as a fangirl, I felt so seen watching it. And it's just, like, so funny. The art style is so good. Oh, and they kind of do this, like, very interesting revolutionary thing where, so it's about an idol band, a J-pop idol band. And this high school girl who loves them, and she's a housekeeper, and she ends up housekeeping for her favorite member.
Oh, okay. Classic.
And she gets...
Classic Wattpad.
Exactly. And she gets to know this side of him that obviously his fan base doesn't know about.
Classic.
And she gets to know the other band members. But yes, that's the thing. It literally plays out like a Wattpad fan fiction. There's a part like where she's cleaning his bathroom, and then he comes in and corners her, and they both get all wet. And I was screaming. I was like, hello?
Period.
There's a part where they have like a school fair. There's like a beach arc. But it's like a fan fiction.
That's so fun. That sounds really good. I like that.
Yeah. But the thing I was saying is, like, they're in a K-pop band, or no, J-pop band. So we see them perform sometimes, and they must do like some like mocap or something with actual performers, because the way when they're performing, it's like a little 3D. So it looks a little off, but it's like very realistic choreography, basically.
Interesting.
And the music is actually good. Like, the songs they're performing are actually really good.
That's very interesting.
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's hilarious. I love it. I can't wait. I'm gonna rewatch it, like, immediately. Now that it's finished, I wanna re-binge it.
How long is it?
13 episodes.
Perfect. Maybe I'll watch it.
Please? I'd be happy if you watched anything. But if you watch
any anime,
I will be happy with. But if you watch Taewon's B-side, I'm gonna be so excited.
Okay, I'll look into it.
There is no dub. It's just Japanese. But that makes that makes it kind of easier, though, because I don't like watching people sing in cartoons. I feel secondhand embarrassment.
I guess it depends.
And also, like, some of the things they say, I'm like, I feel like I would cringe out really bad if I heard this in English. So, I don't know. You get back to me.
Okay.
You get back to me.
Okay.
That's the main thing. Obviously, I watched JJK, by the way, only 12 episodes.
Wild.
Insane. That was really good, but I've been talking about JJK,
yeah.
So.
For my non-anime.
Yeah, what have you been watching? Because clearly you're back in your era of, like, I'm the one who likes anime and you hate anime.
Literally. I just needed us to get back to our roots, you know?
I do.
Yeah, I had someone in our comments was like, you guys should rank your top favorite non-anime shows. And I was like, that would be insane. That's like just every show.
She watches everything, guys. She watches documentaries. She watches like political drama. She watches freaking Bridgerton.
Me and Taylor watch like a lot of stuff together, and then I watch stuff by myself sometimes. And
reality TV.
I watch a lot of podcasts too. That's most of my consumption. Like I barely have time for TV on my own without Taylor because I just listen to podcasts a lot. So non-podcast, non-anime. We did recently watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which you still really need to watch. That main character, Dunk, is biblically accurate PETA.
That's very interesting. And you've said that. You've told me
he
that
is
before,
literally biblically accurate PETA. Like, he's so tall. He is more, like, redhead leaning, but in the show, he doesn't look redhead to me. But, like, in real life, he's a redhead. But, like, in the show, he just looks, like, kind of blonde. But like his stature, his like height, like he is how PETA should have been. But I mean, it's Josh Hutcherson.
I was like, see, you say that, but I'm like, Josh Hutcherson is also biblically accurate PETA for me.
No, he is, but like book accurate.
Okay.
Book biblically accurate PETA.
I guess, yeah, he is
Dunk.
like a lot bulkier, like in the book.
Mm-hmm. He's tall and big in the book,
but he just doesn't perceive himself as a threat, so that's why I forget that he's actually
well, and that's kind of how it
ginormous.
is with Dunk. Like he's just kind of like gentle giant vibes, and like
Yeah.
he's so sweet. That show was so good. Just Game of Thrones at its best. Like you still get the like goriness that like and like the like crazy stuff that everybody's come to love, but it's just fun and like silly. And yeah, really, really loved that one. Anyone who was hurt by Game of Thrones, watch that because that healed me a little bit.
Yeah.
And only a few episodes, so that was nice. And they're doing a second season, so super excited about that.
George R. R. Martin was very proud of it, and I don't think he's been proud of an adaptation of his work until now.
Literally. BoJack Horseman, I've talked to you guys a little bit about. That just keeps getting crazier and crazier. I don't even know what to say about that show. It is very interesting to watch a show that you don't really like the main character. Like he's not kind of a bad person. He is a bad person. And he has done stuff that I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch him anymore. Like I'm like, why would they make him do that? This is too far for me.
And then you keep watching.
And then I keep watching because it is a really good show. It's very interesting. The Rehearsal, I talked to you about a little bit, but I don't think I've talked about it on here. I have talked about Nathan Fielder on here before, which is funny because I've never watched really anything by him.
Yes, I'm suddenly very familiar with his stuff and this random boy band that may or may not be a Nathan Fielder bit.
Yeah, so if you guys have seen Nathan For You or The Rehearsal or anything, if you know anything about Nathan Fielder, he is crazy. He's like such an insane comedian. And The Rehearsal season 2, we haven't watched all of season 1, but we watched season 2, and it is insane. And he's definitely autistic, but hadn't been diagnosed. Like it is like, and a lot of autistic people love the show because like the season 1 became like super popular in the autism community and they talk about it in season 2 because the things he does, he rehearses these scenarios over and over again. It's very similar to the concept of masking and like of like acting the way that you need to act in that situation to make it go well. That's what he's doing by rehearsing. And he goes to get a diagnosis for autism in season 2. And then at the end, spoiler alert, guys, he gets the call with his results and he decides to delete it. And he doesn't find out. Oh, it's so crazy.
He just doesn't want to be.
But that is one of the most insane shows I've ever seen. I cannot believe it's not talked about more. It is speculated right now. If you guys have heard anything about Boy Throb online, again, I'm super online. It's speculated that that's going to be part of The Rehearsal season 3, so stay tuned on that. I'm super excited. I will be watching. But this is just the most insane television that I like can't believe is even legal to make, and that like it's not like being talked about by like everybody. Like it is like never been done before level stuff.
That's the thing. You were telling me about it, and I was like, that can't be legal. Like this literally like cannot be legal.
Following people into their hotels to be able to act like them in these rehearsal situations. It is so crazy. You guys just need to watch it. Episode 1 of season 1 is a really good, I think, like intro episode. So you could start with that and then just skip to season 2. That's what we did. It's the craziest show ever, you guys. And then just a shout out. I talked about this last year around this time.
I'm scared.
Tip to Tip.
Oh, yes.
This is a YouTube series. Ludwig and Michael Reeves. If you guys don't know who they are, you might know their girlfriends. Cutie Cinderella, she's a streamer. She runs the Streamer Awards. One of my favorite creators. She's also the host of Wine About It that we were talking about. And then Lily Pichu, who we've talked about on this podcast, fellow female podcaster.
Lily Pichu.
As well. Also the voice of Witch Watch, main girl. Love her. And she does her podcast, Sweet and Sour with Pokimane. That's their boyfriends, and you know what? We need to talk about more male creators in that way.
No. As boyfriends.
Yeah,
boyfriends of
because
creators.
I only know these guys because of the girls.
Oh, like
and often in like fame in Hollywood, it's like that's his wife.
Yeah,
but no, like they're my girls' boyfriends.
Okay, I'm with you now.
You're like, we don't need to talk about. I'm like, no.
I'm like, we don't need to talk about men. It's okay.
But they are amazing creators in their own rights, even if they are men. Last year, they did a series riding their motorcycles across Japan from the southernmost tip to the northernmost tip. They don't use their phones for maps. They don't use translator apps. They like learn the language as much as they can. They're really bad at it, but that's what makes it fun. And then they're forced to like talk to people, the local people, and get directions and get like stay wherever they can and find hotels and find foods, and they go on the most like wacky adventures. Like season 1 was, or like the one that they did in Japan, people just call it season 1 and season 2 now because people act like this is like an anime, because it's like it's so perfectly like the arcs are it's edited so well, the arcs are so good. We have about, I think, 5 days left in this season 2. They did it as tip 2 tip. That's is what cute. They called this one. And this one, they're going southernmost tip of, or not even, I don't think it was southernmost and northernmost, but southern tip of China to northern tip of China. And they are even worse at Chinese than they were at Japanese. But it is literally some of the best content I've ever watched. I cannot believe it's free. It is so, these two guys, it's like you hear about YouTubers or like internet creators traveling to another country and like causing trouble and cringe. These guys are the perfect guys to be doing this. They are so friendly, they're so silly, they're so fun. Their like chemistry that they have together is so great. It is so good. It's on Ludwig's channel. Just go to YouTube. Honestly, go to YouTube, search Tip to Tip. It'll come up. This year, there's been a Chinese girl that now lives in Canada, and she's also a pharmacist. And she's been doing reactions to them and like talking about them. And that's been really great. I've been watching hers.
I was like, I might just watch her.
No, honestly, you could. And it's really fun because she'll go and she'll be like, oh, like this is probably what this person was thinking, like from the Chinese perspective. And yeah, that is some of the best content I've ever watched in my life. I cannot believe it's not a show or a movie and it's just free. It is so good and interesting and fascinating. It makes me so jealous that I'm a woman and I could never do that. No,
that's the thing. Imagine like living in a world that's safe enough for your gender that you can just like travel the world.
And they're just like a random guy like is like, let me show you around, and then like invited them into his house to like make them food. And I'm like, I wish I could do that, because it was such a pure, wholesome experience for them. And I'm like, that just couldn't be the case for me, unfortunately.
Nope. And
it sucks, but yeah, I'm glad that someone's able to do it, and I'm glad that it's them doing it because it is so incredible to watch.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. It sounds interesting.
I think you would really like watching the Chinese girl react. I'll really cool. I'll probably
watch her.
Her name is Ina something. I'll have to send you a link. You definitely should.
Not anime, but is new. I haven't watched it yet, but I fully intend to. And it's like kind of in the neighborhood of such, and it's live action. EXO-Kitty season 3.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna watch it until after I'm moved because like I just don't have time for television. I really don't. I don't have time to watch anything. I barely have time to read the light novel for the Apothecary Diaries book club. So if you guys don't watch that episode,
we're gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be so mad.
You better be there.
So it's like I just don't have time, so I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but I love EXO-Kitty so much. It's one of my favorite shows, and To All the Boys I've Loved Before is one of my favorite. The first one is just like my favorite rom-com in general, but that trilogy I love watching.
So good.
Every time I'm like sick or anytime I have like a long weekend. I'm like, you know what I could go for? It's like To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy.
Yeah.
So yeah, EXO-Kitty season 3. Oh, I'm so excited.
And apparently there are some Lara Jean and Peter updates.
I'm sure there are, and I need to see it. So it's like, don't spoil that for me yet, but like maybe that could also be something we talk about in one of our like fun chit chatty episodes.
Yeah.
Especially if maybe you decide to give it a chance again.
Maybe I will. Let us know if there's anything else you guys want us to talk about in like a casual chit chat episode like this that goes on way too long because we are yappers and we just can't stop talking ever.
Yeah, and that's why usually having the structure of like, we're gonna talk about this episode and break it down works for us because it keeps us limited. But when we have free range and can talk about whatever, it just goes on forever.
Exactly.
I can't believe I wanted to try and play a game during this.
Yeah, you're crazy. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. Send Allie your best wishes and moving tips and everything in the comments because it's gonna be such an exciting, crazy time for you the next few weeks, and we're super excited for you.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. I'm also, I think, the most stressed that I've ever been since, I think maybe like my last finals of college was the last time I was this stressed. It's just, I just have too many people who love me and like want to spend time with me before I leave, and it's just really inconvenient.
It's really hard to have so many people that love you.
It's so hard. Never had this problem before in my life, by the way. So yeah, so to keep up with everything that we're doing over here, now that we're gonna be taking a break, make sure you follow us on social media at Anime for Blondes Pod on TikTok and Instagram. And
of course, make sure you are subscribed wherever you're listening to this podcast right now. Just go click subscribe, whether you're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We don't judge. We love them all equally, especially Apple Podcasts. Like, we really...
Yeah,
we love you guys. You guys are amazing. Everyone listening on Apple Podcasts right now. And you might even have the video now. Who knows?
Who knows? Because, I mean, I guess we don't know.
No, we definitely check our Apple Podcasts all the time. For sure. But yeah, like, review, rate, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, comment what you guys want to hear us discuss when we get back from our break and as we're like setting up our new style, if you will.
Yes, exactly. This is going to be such a fun new arc for Anime for Blondes. And we are so excited to have you guys there with us.
And then we'll see you next week for book club.
Bye.